This review is on Pat & Quill's new iPhone 7 case. I've got some images of how it came packaged, but basically it came in the US mail in this package, and then the case was wrapped in such with a nice wax seal covering it. I mean, it was really nicely done. So the packaging wasn't all that much, but just as a nice paper package with a nice wax seal on it, the Pat & Quill symbol. Been good people to deal with. When I first ordered the case, I made the mistake and had a little issues, I think, on my side on picking the color I wanted and then paying for it, and then it messed up, and due to it being a pre-order, they couldn't change the color for me. I had to cancel the order and replace it, and they did that for me over the phone. They just didn't have access to my credit card information. All they had is my last four. So it was all done very easily within 5 minutes on the phone. It was a fairly easy transaction. So what I've got here is my iPhone 7 Plus case from Pat & Quill, and this is my iPhone 7 case from a well-known competitor. I had two of these cases here within a 1-year period, and you can see how well it held up. I'm a heavy user. I know that. But at the same time, I would have thought it would have held up much better than that. But literally, I had two cases like this. I'm a fan of this company, their competitor. I have an iPad case that has lasted since they first introduced that type of case. And you can look on the website or on my YouTube videos for another review of that. I think it's excellent. It held up well, but I'm very sure they have lowered their quality of standards and their quality of leather, and I can't recommend them anymore. Literally two cases like this almost fell apart in exactly the same manner. I just can't. And then there's really no protection for the top piece. The corners are protected, but the top is not protected. And again, I'm going to talk about something here in a second. So here is the Pat & Quill case. Nice leather. It's got their logo right here and their logo here on the back. I like the idea of a binding book, but you know, I'd rather have something that held up over time and gave me protection. They have a nice little tab here that makes it look more like a book marker, and they have an elastic band that covers it. Very nicely done. Additionally, the leather is warranted, I think, for 25 years for breaking apart, not even a year. And the wood is warranted for life. So pull this off, and here is my case. Very nice. I'm very pleased with it. Your driver's license slips in and out. So does your credit card slip in and out nice and easily. Nice thing about this case, because of the additional wood on each end, it's just long enough that paper money can easily sit inside here without having to be folded 2 or 3 times, which always just irritated the mess out of me. So it sticks in with friction. It has little rubber bumpers on the side here. I have a privacy screen on here, and this privacy screen came from my iPhone 6 Plus. The sensors are a little bit different, so I had to cut it. The new screen for the iPhone 7 Plus is not available yet, so I just cut it around here and placed it on here for the time being. But I was going to go here, and I haven't, so don't know this for sure yet with this case. I can tell you I think it's better. With this case, with the privacy screen on it, sitting here, and just the way it was stitched, I got scratches on this privacy screen, and any screen you would have it. If people ask me, is your screen scratched? And I would say no, it's just the credit cards rubbing against the screen, and that would scratch it, just sitting here over time, scratching it. I think their leather here, Patent Quills leather, is a little bit thicker. That does not allow that. I don't know that for sure yet. It will answer over time whether that's the case. Overall, I like the case. They give you a little bit of extra leather here for protection if it should fall. And I just think the wood is there a little bit better. I've got some suggestions for them that I'm going to go ahead and make. Is if this leather somehow had another piece right here so that you just didn't see the dollars that you slid in. There's some really cheap $12 cases I found on the internet that does have that. I thought it was a pretty interesting idea. And then if this, I don't know if you can see it, if I can hold it just right, but the phone sticks up ever so slightly past the wood. So if the wood could have been just a little bit thicker so the phone sits in it, so that if it does fall and falls face down, that it's not falling on the face of the phone itself, that it would be hitting the wood. It's just the only other thought. Now, they may have a lot of reasons why they didn't do that, and I'm just not privy to all those, but I'm really liking this case. I didn't know that I would like this as much. I do. It holds up. My question still is, does it hold up over a year? And I'm not going to have this case more than a year because I'm going to be getting the new phone when it's out. But the leather has got a 25-year warranty, and the wood has a lifetime warranty. Now, not for drops, but for workmanship and everything else, and just standard cracking if it should. I like it. I can't right now. I've had it about 2 weeks, and I think it's working out quite well.